Nigga saying, oh, we just gotta spend time. We just gotta spend time.
What's up, everybody, and thanks for dropping by. And welcome back to another episode breakdown of the Shaman King 2021 anime. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down episode 3. I can't upload episode 2 the way I want to because of copyright issues. So I guess I'll have to upload it in the same format that I'm editing this video in. So, let's talk about episode 3. Picking up after the events of Yoh's fight with Rin, we can see Yoh hospitalized and recovering from the fight. An unknown girl, or at least unknown to Magtaku and Manta, appears at Yoh's hospital room. And Manta starts to question and fuss at her, but he's about to learn real quick that this particular character is not to be fucked with. Yoh tries to give Manta a warning, but it's pretty much too late. Manta gets all the flavor slapped out of his mouth. This character then introduces herself as Anna, and she's Yoh's fiance. Yep, Yoh is engaged at the age of what, 13, 14, 15? They're teenagers, man. They're engaged as teenagers. But it's an arranged marriage, so it's to be expected. Anna is a special type of shaman, trained by Yoh's grandmother. She's an Itako. Itako shamans can summon and channel spirits, even if they moved on to the afterlife. She was able to track down Yoh in the first place, using spirits that he's worked with in the past. And some of these spirits that you see on screen, such as the painter and the boxer, they each had their own chapters, which was supposed to be episode 2 and episode 3. The anime reboot has already been confirmed for 52 episodes. The manga itself is 300 chapters, so no matter what, the pacing is going to be fast. It's not exactly what we wanted, but hey, at least we're blessed enough to get a reboot. But anyway, let's get back on track. Anna is here to put Yoh through her special training program. Yoh has to be able to use 100% integration better for the upcoming fights. During Yoh's fight with Rin, now it's his first time utilizing 100% integration. But it takes a lot of mental endurance and physical stamina to keep up 100% integration. So Anna has to put Yoh through hell. She is serious about making Yoh the Shaman King. Other shamans from all over the world will be gathering in Tokyo for the Shaman fight in Tokyo. Yep, that's the literal name of it. Simple and straight to the point. The shaman who reigns supreme is given pretty much God as their spirit ally, and with it they can change the world, for better or for worse. Yoh comes from a prestigious shaman family that has existed for generations, many generations. But let's be honest, we all know Yoh is a lazy slacker. He pretty much needs Anna to whip him into shape. So later on at school, Manta is searching through his encyclopedia for information on the shaman fight. But of course he can't find any information on it because the shaman fight is esoteric knowledge only known to shamans and cannot be found within society's mainstream knowledge. Yoh shows up to class but is a wreck from Anna's training. She even gets enrolled in the same classroom as Yoh to make sure the training never stops. I'm telling y'all, this girl is brutal. So the next scene is Manta, Anna, Yoh, and Magtaku at the movies. And there's quite a bit that happens before this in the manga. So for the fans of the manga, let me fill in the gaps a little. Ryu is at it again on the search for his best happy place. This time he finds a burnt down restaurant. I think it was the same restaurant Yoh saved a group of kids from while it was burning down. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Tao Rin shows up, claiming the spot as his own, and pretty much kicks Ryu out. That man will never catch a break. Rin then has a conversation with his older sister. She tells Rin that she can be the one to capture Magtaku for him, to pretty much let Big Sis handle it. So back on track at the movie theater, Yoh and the gang are watching an old rerun of a Yoh and Pyron film. Yoh and Pyron is basically the fictional counterpart to Bruce Lee. There's nothing wrong with that. I like characters based off Bruce Lee. After the movie, Manta explains that Pyron was a famous martial artist and actor. Just like Bruce Lee. He even founded his own martial arts style named Dao Dan Do, which is a mixture of karate, Muay Thai, and boxing. Unfortunately though, Pyron never had the chance to perfect Dao Dan Do because his life was cut short mysteriously. Anna then wonders why someone would send them free tickets to such an old movie. That is weird. Another character appears and interrupts their conversation. And this is the official introduction to Tao Ren's sister, Tao Jun. Jun politely asks for a meet tomorrow, but of course Yoh won't hand them over to a family that uses spirits as tools and doesn't see them as people. Jun then explains that it was her who sent them the tickets to get a good grasp of Pyron's abilities. It's her own way of warning them that she would rather not fight. Jun herself is a shaman who utilizes talismans and spells to control the bodies and spirits of the dead, and the zombie she's going to pit Yoh against is Pyron himself. Like bro, imagine watching a Bruce Lee film and then having to fight him 10 minutes later. Ren's family's messed up, man. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Just wait until you meet their dad. So Yoh's battle with Pyron begins. And Yoh is showing a lot of improvement with his integration technique with the Midamaru. But the zombie of Pyron overwhelms him with power and speed as an expert martial artist. And I mean Pyron is running Yoh the supreme fade right now. Look at this screenshot of Yoh getting the shit kicked out of him. Even though Yoh is taking a beating, he isn't down for the count due to Anna's gruesome endurance training. Mata is confused as to why Pyron will commit such acts, but is reminded by Anna that his spirit is being controlled. Jun then claims that her family murdered Pyron and gave her his corpse for her birthday when she was a little girl. Pyron is nothing more but an emotionless puppet now that only serves her wishes. Man, I told y'all Ren's family is jacked up. Yoh, however, disagrees and claims that all spirits have emotions. And technically, he's right. As an exoteric researcher myself, there's no such thing as a spirit without emotions because there were once a living being at some point. Yoh also states there is no way he can lose to someone's half-hearted attacks. And upon stating that, Pyron can be seen crying. Sure enough, his emotions are surfacing. The battle resumes and Yoh starts getting his butt kicked again. Up until now, Yoh has been using pieces of wood and steel pipes to fight while integrated with the Midamaru. Yoh cannot draw out Midamaru's full potential as a samurai while using those types of weapons, even in the state of 100% integration, as long as he doesn't have a proper sword-like weapon. Mata can't stand to see anymore, so he runs away to find a sword-like weapon, but all the shops nearby are closed. He suddenly sees a wooden sword and just latches onto it, all weird like he just hugs it. The sword he lashed himself onto is in the hands of Ryu though. Mata asks to borrow it, and of course Ryu's response is to just punch him. There's no way Ryu would just hand over his most prized possession like that. And what happens next is surprising because Mata is not leaving until he can get that sword to Yoh. So he beats Ryu over the head with his encyclopedia. The next scene cuts over to Mata returning to Yoh with the wooden sword in hand. This means that Mata beat Ryu and his entire gang by himself. And I don't think they stood there while Mata just beat the snot out of Ryu to take his most prized possession. This is a badass moment, one of my most favorite moments for Mata. Friendship stat raised by 100, guys. So with a true sword-like weapon, Yoh can perform on Midamaru's ultimate technique, the Shockwave Budagiri, the original Getsuga Tensho. With the talisman controlling Pyron cut in half, Pyron has a mental breakdown out of pure confusion. He then remembers his final moments of Ren and Jun's grandfather busting a cap in him and then goes completely berserk. And I would like to comment on how swiftly Jun dodges that unexpected attack from Pyron. He really tried to blitz her into a permanent coma, but she dodged that shit with finesse. Pyron is about to deliver a killing blow to Jun, but is blocked by nice guy Yoh. The only way to stop Pyron is to summon his martial arts instructor, Shaman. Luckily, Anna is an Itaku Shaman, like I explained in the beginning of the breakdown. She has the ability to call back his spirit from the afterlife and channel it straight into Yoh as a form of integration. With Pyron's heart blinded by rage, Yoh and Shaman can pretty much see through every one of Pyron's attacks. After schooling him once more, Yoh and Shaman delivers the final blow that frees Pyron's spirit. With his spirit restored to a normal state, Jun admits defeat. And oddly enough, Pyron chooses to stay by Jun's side. With her shaman abilities, Pyron can still inhabit his physical body and perfect his Dao Dan Do, although this time with no talismans involved. which starts the beginning of a new relationship. Alright guys, that's enough for today's episode breakdown. Let me know in the comments, what did you think about episode 3? And again, I know the pacing is off, but what can you expect from cramming 300 chapters into 52 episodes? I personally do not have a problem with it. Something is better than nothing. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. I'm out, guys. Peace.
We just gotta spend time with each other. I swear I never ever leave you for another. Don't fuck with fakes or no motherfucking busters. They play with you, I swear I keep my fucking cutter. I don't talk stupid, nigga, I done stutter. These niggas play with me, then nigga, I'm so gutter. I'm getting money chasing cream.